Assalamu alaikum everyone, it's Ukhti here, and today actually one of my university lecturers, she tagged me in a challenge, and basically the challenge is to post an ayah of the Quran on your Facebook wall and nominate another person to do the same for 7 days. And I think that is an amazing challenge. There are so many challenges going on the internet like that go viral, and it doesn't have absolutely any benefit at all. But subhanallah, I think this is an excellent challenge for Muslims, and to remind ourselves of the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And فَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Remind, because the reminder is beneficial for the believers. And so I took up this challenge very gratefully, and I thought that maybe I should do something a little bit different, since I teach Tafseer, alhamdulillah. I thought that maybe I could nominate an ayah or choose an ayah and actually give a little bit of a Tafseer session about it. Not too long, I won't take too much of your time, but just something that we can take away each day, inshallah. So the first ayah I'm going to start with is, guess what? Guess what? Just guess what it is. Okay, I'll write it down for you, okay? Okay, trying to do my best Arabic handwriting, but, yeah, that's what it is. Do that little circle at the end. Okay, let's do some harakat. Bismillahi Rahmanir Rahim. There you go. Okay, don't look at my Arabic handwriting, okay? It's a whiteboard, so yeah. So yeah, anyway, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Subhanallah. Some ulama, if you go into the tafsir of this ayah, some ulama have written books on just this one ayah. Actually, there's a difference of opinion. Is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim an actual ayah? The only consensus is that it is part of an ayah in one surah, Surah Al-Naml. It's actually part of the ayah. But other than that, is it a part of an ayah in Surah Fatiha or at the start of any other surah? There's a difference of opinion. The most correct one is that it's actually mustahab. It's not part of an ayah, but part of the surah, but it is mustahab, meaning it's preferable to recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before starting reciting any surah except for one surah. There's only one surah that you don't recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim at the start of. Comment down below if you know what it is, actually. Yeah, and other than that, it's mustahab to recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before reciting any surah or before reciting any recitation. And and subhanallah, there are so many hadith which actually detail the virtues of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What does Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim actually mean? In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. And this is just a rudimentary translation. The most gracious and most merciful, subhanallah, the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, it has such a huge tafsir behind it, and I'll just give you a bit of a taste of it today, inshallah. So just some hadith before I go into the tafsir or the Arabic meaning of it. Some hadith about Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, or starting everything with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we know, the first revelation that the Prophet ﷺ actually got from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what was it? It was Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created. So that just shows that the path to success in life is with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything that you do, then it won't lead to success. So there's a hadith that goes in Arabic, كل أمر لا يبدأ فيه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فهو أجذم, meaning more or less that every single matter that is not started with the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, then it is as if it has been chopped off. It's as if like the barakah has been absolutely chopped off or cut off. Ajdam is something, it's something that you cut, but it's like mutilated sort of, you know. So if you want to make something beautiful and, you know, perfect, then put the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the start. And saying Bismillah is mustahab before doing many things. It's actually sunnah. Before you do wudu, before you eat, you know, before you go to bed. In every single dua that we do, there is the name of Allah. You start with the name of Allah. And, you know, this I was thinking about this actually. And, you know, I just realized that, you know, the Prophet ﷺ has taught us that, you know, every single thing should be with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the thing is that, you know, if you're doing something, do it with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you'll get barakah in it. And the thing is that if it's something that you can't say the name of Allah on, then should you really be doing that thing? You know? Like, obviously you're not going to say Bismillah when you do sins. So, subhanAllah, if you want success in life, then start with the name of Allah, and anything that you cannot say the name of Allah on, then just leave it, because it'll lead to destruction. So yeah, that's what I got from that. Okay, now let's go into the Arabic tafsir. Okay, where's my black marker? Oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Now, the word ba, it's a harf jar, and it means with. Okay? Now, this is actually supposed to be ism, but this is a hamzatul wasl, so we just cut that out, and we put that ba with a seen meme, and then it became bismi. Okay, okay. This is how I write in school. Okay, so I know my students have a really hard time. Anyway, Bismillah, Bismi. Bismi means in the name of. Okay. In the name. Okay, in the name of, for example. Okay, Allah, subhanallah. Allah is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's proper name, and its original root words comes from ilah. Ilah is actually something that you turn towards. And it has many different meanings, the root word of Allah. Some people say that Allah's name doesn't have a root word. It's actually, you know, it's a proper noun that has no derivation. But some scholars have said many things about the root word alif lam ha. It means love, it means adoration, something that you adore, something that you turn towards. And these meanings all encompass Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyway. We turn towards Him, we adore Him, we obey Him, we worship Him. And yet, the word Ar-Rahman, it means the most gracious. Now, you know, if you listen to a lot of the tafsir about Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, or the word Rahman Rahim, you'll find that this is not like a suitable translation. It's not this translation doesn't give the haqq, like, you know, give the right of the actual word. And this basically, subhanAllah, Arabic is, you know, you can't convert it with its value to another language. You can only just do it very basically. Anyway, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, the most gracious, the most merciful. And this is the sort of, you know, basic translation that we memorize, you know. But the thing is that Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, they come from the same root words, which is Ra-Hama, or Rahima actually, if you want to get into the Arabic bit of it. And what does Rahima mean? To have mercy. So if Rahima means to have mercy, then why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have two names, Rahman and Rahim? Like, isn't that a bit like, oh, the most merciful, the most merciful? The thing is that there's a huge difference between Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman, scholars say that it has more ta'keed, it's more emphatic than Ar-Rahim. Meaning this one has, it's more encompassing than Ar-Rahim. And some scholars say that the Ar-Rahman it encompasses all creation, all creation, all, the whole universe and whatever it contains. And Ar-Rahim is khas bil mu'mineen. It's actually specifically a special type of mercy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to the believers. Also, some people say that Ar-Rahman is a name specifically meant for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so you can't call someone else Rahman, you can't name them Rahman. But Ar-Rahim, it's a bit less than Ar-Rahman, so you can name someone Rahim. So yeah, basically that's the end of the tafsir lesson. It was a very impromptu sort of lesson, but inshallah I hope that you benefited. And just remember, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So yeah, that's the end of the tafsir lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it. So Jazakumullah khair, and inshallah wait for the next one tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.